What you guys see in this photo right here is a man that is very lost. He is very lost and confused and very brainwashed, and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about or what he's doing right now. And I hate to be like stereotypical and say, oh, he needs to take his meds, but he might need to take his meds. You know, some of us need to take our meds. I have to take my meds. I don't know about you, but my meds help me to make better decisions in life. And if those life decisions are better for me and my children in the long run, then yeah, I got to take my meds. And making decisions that he's making, like losing a lot of money, is not very financially wise. It's the Rebecca, and I'm about to go in on Kanye right now. I'm about to go in on his ass because you know what? I really am from the south side of Chicago. Kanye is not even from Chicago. And he tries to say Obama isn't from Chicago. You weren't born in Chicago. Yeah, you may have lived there, but you weren't born there. I was born there, if that means anything. You know, according to him and his logic and his mind, and trying to explain what it means to be from Chicago. But Kanye, you are losing your fucking mind. And everyone is talking about this, yeah, and I'm not gonna just hop on a bandwagon of people that are talking about Kanye losing his mind. I have a specific message to say about this, and that's that his fucking message that he's sending is not only dangerous to Jewish people, it's dangerous to black people as well. His messages of self-hate are dangerous to black youth. We don't need to hear people talk like him. Oh, this motherfucker. If you're a black person and you follow Kanye, you need to really question yourself. Because I was a follower of him. I liked his music a lot. His fashion, no. I never really supported it because I thought it was pretty shitty and looked like a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not a fucking follower. I'm not a motherfucking sheep. And I'm not rich. But even if I was rich, I still would probably... Maybe I would have supported him as a black man. Like, yeah, I'll buy some of this dumb shit. Just to support you. But his fucking message is not fucking good for our community. This motherfucker hates himself so much. And it's very clear. And it's very sad and embarrassing how much he hates himself. And it's not because of the White Lives Matter t-shirts. And it's not because of him being with Kim Kardashian. Because I married someone outside of my race. And I don't hate myself in the way that Kanye West hates himself. Hell fucking no. Like, no, I couldn't even imagine fucking... All he does is uplift white people. Listen to him. Listen in between the lines. Listen to him. Who the people he compares himself to. Van Gogh, Matisse, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. You know, I can go on and on. He compares himself with them all day long because he wants to be like one of them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And he could be transracial, I guess. Like a transgender person. If they can be transgender, he can be transracial, right? It could be the conflict within him because I'm sure he has some European blood. That, you know, just think about that in context. The master and the slave and one person, the hate. The hate between both of yourselves. I'm not saying that's what's going on with Kanye, but hey, anything is possible at this point. This dude is like out of his fucking mind. And I wish that he would just name names. Like, name the people that have done you wrong instead of just saying, oh, blah, blah. If you don't want to be treated like that, you shouldn't treat other people like that. That's fucking dumb to do that. He really wants to be white. And this is your hero. This is crazy that anybody black would follow this dude. Because this is why black people like him don't get any respect. Because people see when you don't like yourself. And you know how the old adage goes, right? Until you love yourself, nobody else can love you, or you can't love anyone else. And if you don't love yourself, people can see that. They can see that insecurity and that weakness in you. And I've heard other people tell me that when they see black men with women of different races, that they don't respect them because of that. Because they don't respect it, because you don't love yourself. And you're like, hey, love me. Look, I love your women, but I don't love my own women. I mean, I don't love myself. It looks fucking stupid. And you can date outside your race. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that. But you would never see me get on a platform and be like, oh, the reason I got with my son's father is because of his genetics. It was just because of... It was nothing to do with his personality and who he was. It was just all about how he looked completely. And I know that men are superficial like that, but I'm like, damn. He's just telling you. He wanted his children to look a certain way. He didn't want them to look like him. He doesn't want to look like him. And it's really crazy. You shouldn't worship people like that. Because they are not enlightened. You shouldn't worship anybody, period. But I think you should look up to certain people to some degree that are enlightened. You can tell when someone is enlightened, because when someone's enlightened, they don't hate themselves like that. And they don't worship other people like that. They worship God. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They see images of deities in a certain way, and they think they're too brainwashed to look past that and think that maybe celestial beings and maybe God doesn't have a race, and God is just an energy. And maybe if God is a color, maybe God is purple. Who knows? Or black. Like the void. What is God? Everything to me. So for people that are unenlightened, they look at God and other things in people instead of seeing God as omnipresent, as everywhere and everything. People like Kanye West that see holiness, I think, in my point of view, from his actions in a certain group of people, which is fucking crazy. He got with the porn star type of woman, and now he's mad at the results of what happened. But he's a genius. He's so smart. But that's what he did. He signed these bad deals and contracts. But he's a genius. That was his choice. That's a choice. Marrying a woman and having children with a woman that you know is an attention whore, and knowing her history and who she is, and with their family, and know what they're about. That is a choice that you made. Your contracts that you signed are a choice. Your mother having plastic surgery to fit in with society, like the woman that you married having tons of plastic surgery. That was your mother's choice to have plastic surgery. It was no one's fault, but it was her own choice. She wanted to do that. That was what she wanted. It was her choice. To be enslaved by people in a land where you don't know, foreign, is not a choice. Yeah, you do have a choice. You can either kill yourself or try to run away and die a horrible, painful death, and maybe reach freedom. Somebody tried to compare it to an abusive relationship. I saw in some comments. That's not the same thing. Especially if you compare abusive relationship now, there are so many resources to help people with that. And not to diminish anything away from that, but there's resources. You have family, there's friends, and there's things you can do. They, like slavery, they didn't have all of those resources. They didn't exist. There was not a number they can call and be like, hey, are you tired of being a slave? Yeah, I'm going to call this number. I'm tired of being a slave. Let me do this. The freedom number. No, it didn't exist. It was a risk you had to take to reach that, to get to freedom. And what he did to Harriet Tubman to like just shit all over her legacy and say that she didn't free anyone, even though she helped free so many people. It's like, damn, dude, you're gonna shit on a woman of your own race for what? That tried to help free people. That's what makes you upset. That's what makes you go off. No, this dude is fucking stupid. And he deserves everything he gets coming to him. And I unapologetically say I don't give a fuck about any of this shit that's happening to him. Honestly, I don't. I don't fucking care. Fuck him. He doesn't give a fuck about black people. He doesn't fucking care about black people. Just the same way he said that George Bush didn't. He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't fucking care about anyone but himself. He seems like a fucking narcissist, if you're asking me. That's all he seems to care about is himself and his quote-unquote peers, which they don't even fucking like him. No one fucking likes him. No one wants to work with him. He tried to go to Skechers. The fucking dumb fucker is too stupid to even understand that Skechers is run by Jewish people. He didn't even know that Lex Friedman was Jewish. Like, how fucking stupid are you? I don't think he even knew that when he went on his show and he was ranting about Jewish people. I'm like, he's just fucking dumb. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I don't think he knows how to fucking read or something. He could be like R. Kelly. It's really fucking sad how this shit is going to end, because it's not going to end really well. I don't think so. Because he is fucking everything up, and his fucking anger and self-hate for himself is just like so strong that he's ready to risk everything. just to be approved and validated by a certain group of people. That is what he's doing. To me, that's what I see him doing. And I think a lot of people see him doing that. And people can say, oh, freedom of speech, whatever. That's fine. Yes, I'm a very big advocate of that. But he talks about abortion amongst black people and this and that. You're not even with a black woman. You care about the black race and procreating with the black race. You're married to someone white. Okay, so let's cut it out. Let's stop this shit. If you cared so much about your race expanding, you would have married someone black. You would have been with someone black. You cared so much about the black race. Let's just keep it real. And you talk about genetics, and you mention Ivanka Trump and Kim Kardashian for examples of good genetics. Compare yourself to white people all the time. You are not for the fucking people. You need to fucking stop. Stop trying to fucking manipulate us and fucking gaslight us. We don't fucking go along with you and your fucking weirdness and your fucking twisted beliefs, because we don't have to believe in that bullshit. We don't fucking need that shit. That is not what's good for our community and our race as a people. So you can go somewhere with that fucking shit. Clayton Bigsby, fucking, keep your mask on and take it off. I mean, I guess you don't have to have a mask on, they all see you, but what you're really masking, to me, is a lot of insecurities that you have. And you have like some type of inferiority complex. If you are supposed to be the greatest, which you say you are, you say you're the greatest of of everything of all time, of music, of fashion, of whatever you do, producing, and you're a black man, then why would you want to be like another race? That doesn't make any sense. Because if you're the greatest of all time, you're the greatest of all time as who you are. So there. You should think about that. We're all dealing with our own things as black people. Let's keep it real. But on the scale of this dude putting this out there, and maybe this is something that needs to be out there in order for us to heal, but this dude is just like losing himself in front of everybody. He's like the things that he say, I can't believe that anyone black would support him at this point. This dude really fucking hates himself. Sorry that you feel that way about yourself, dude. That really sucks, because you should love yourself, because God made you the way he did. God makes no mistakes. And, well, I guess some people might argue about that are trans. Maybe Kanye is transracial. He could be a white person identifying as a black. I think maybe it could be it. I don't know. Maybe, but white people would never do something as embarrassing as this. The same people you say you're jealous of, Jewish people, they don't go and diss their women, and say, oh, other women are just amazing. They're the prototype for everything. They don't disown their women, even if they might marry other women of different races. No one of other races does that. But you should pay attention to that. If you're jealous of them and you want to be like them, learn from them. Learn from the fucking loyalty that they have to their people. Because you don't have that loyalty to your people. And not because of the White Lives Matter or you're questioning things that happened with George Floyd. It's because of your praise of white people all the time, constantly. It's because of your fucking praise of them all the fucking time, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's okay to, like, oh, white people are good. You know, I can praise white people. I pray. We all, white people, this is all this motherfucker praise. God damn. And not just that. He fucking says that he's like a white man. He compared himself to a white man. And you know, I don't even think I have nothing else to add to this conversation. I think I said all I had to say. Kanye is about to fucking probably lose everything he has because of his fucking mouth. He's probably gonna lose all his money. Just like Alex Jones. If this is your hero and this is who you worship, well, you know what? Good for you. Hopefully he does make a comeback. I'm not wishing any ill will on him. But I don't like people that spread hate no matter what race you are. Hate. And he's spreading hate. That's what he's doing. He's spreading hate because he's spreading conspiracies. And he's not outing the right people that need to be outed. He just call them by their name. Say who they really are. He's not going to say that because he's really a fucking coward. You're going to ask for someone on the street to shoot you. You're not going to ask for the real people that's running that shit to come after you. You know who they are. That's all I have to say.